Good evening, my viewers. It's me, Violetta. Leszek, my son, will be asking me questions. As an answers, I will have visions, pictures. So
Okay.
I'm ready.
So first, I want to congratulate you because today you did how many readings?
18. This one is my 19.
19th.
But
And
this one is different than the others.
That's got to be a record now.
It is.
So this video is going to be a little bit different in that I will be asking you to systematically measure your heart rate with your watch throughout the reading. And at the end, I will inform the viewers as to the new theory we think we might have stumbled across.
You have. You are the observer.
Well, it started with the theory that you brought up with some medical tests, but we'll get to that. And what they can do to help us in proving this theory. Because we do have a lot of psychics that, or people that have gifts that mention in the comments that they also share your abilities. So perhaps they'll be able to help. But let's move on to the questions. So Trump, can you actually check your heart rate right now?
It's slow, so you may have right away there. Click on it and... No?
No, you have to click on it.
Oh, shit. It's going, but it's slow. It's a slow process until it will show. 86.
86. Okay. So that's a little bit more than usual. Your average heart rate is 73. First question. Trump's personal pick for Secretary of Labor, Alex Acosta, is the federal prosecutor who made a deal with Jeffrey Epstein, a billionaire sex trafficker and child rapist, regarding 36 cases of child prostitution and rape. And though Alex was the lawyer who's supposed to make sure Jeff Epstein never saw the light of day, he settled Jeff's sentence for which was a minimum of 360 years. He settled that for 13 months of sleepovers in the county jail because...
Yeah, the driver was picking him up in the morning.
Yeah, so his daylight hours, 12 hours per day, 6 days a week. 6 days, not 5. Jeff was free to go run his business. My question is...
Can I mention something?
Sure.
I did a video about that many months ago when you were in Peru. Mm-hmm. And I did Sex and Scandals of Trump.
Yeah.
And I mentioned Epstein that time because they were big colleagues, friends.
Yes.
And they were both accused of raping young girls. But the girl who was accusing Trump, she pulled her papers.
She pulled her testimony.
And that was the reason I was curious. And I went to check that, and I stumbled on Epstein.
So what did you see when you saw it? Was it true that Trump was involved?
No one asked me because at the time I was asking myself, so I was just giving my own videos, like that time I was doing just by myself videos.
Okay, all right, well, let me ask this question first. My question is, what did Jeff Epstein have on Alex Acosta?
They are sitting under the same umbrella. They are protecting each other. He probably paid him, and Acosta helped him to get out of the jail sentence.
They're under the same umbrella.
And they're the same protection. They were protecting each other. How you can protect the lawyer? By paying him.
Well, yeah, will the cards have
But he was
more?
not a lawyer, he was a judge. So it looks like they were, one hand was washing another hand. Yeah, if someone wants to go back to my old video.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. They were...
Are you sure it's called Sex and Scandal? Because I remember going through the videos and taking
Trump,
the controversial titles and changing
you will
them.
write down, okay?
Yeah.
You can do that. And those both I want to come. And I was talking about the plane Lolita that Epstein owned. And Trump, even Clinton was using that plane.
Yeah.
So it was on that video. Family reunion. They were like a family, close, one with each other. Epstein was big star. And what is his name?
Alex Acosta?
Acosta was making very careful movements so it wouldn't go spread away. So he make a lot of work behind the scene, not visible. So Acosta will got only half of the sentence, or less than half, just fraction of the sentence of the girls that he was abusing.
Yeah, because he's registered as the most vile predator.
And he's not even mentioned as a sex offender.
No, he is. He's registered as the most vile sex offender. He is. I double checked.
But because the girl that was only the one accuser official was over 16 in Texas, where he has his position.
He's not registered in Texas.
In some places, he's not registered as a sex offender.
Oh, okay.
So he is playing the safe and leaning on someone else. Usually someone is leaning on that lady, so there is a lot of dirty laundry there.
Can you check your...
Oh my gosh.
Kind of forgetting to do this right now.
When it's 92?
99.
99, without glasses. Yes, it's... when a long time ago I mentioned in one video, but not everyone was watching that video. When I had a monitor for blood pressure.
Let me get to that later.
Later, okay.
In 2002, while Jeff Epstein was secretly committing these vile crimes, so while he was still out and about, Trump made a public statement to New York Magazine saying, "I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do. And many of them are on the younger side. No doubt about it, Jeffrey enjoys his social life." Did Trump know at the time he made this comment that Jeff Epstein was engaged in child prostitution?
So was he. Yeah, that was the story. All the stories was connecting them together. I don't need to use my psychic side. I know that from the facts.
Then can I see what the cards say?
Okay. It was that they were connected even with the girl who was accusing Trump. And she was underage. You should tell me that you will be touching that subject. I will renew my... I will see that video.
There's that same girl again.
Yes. Oh. And that will be the symbol of those girls who were going with them. They were offered money. Tough journey. And they put this to death. They were putting the lid on those girls. It was not easy for those girls, but they were able to put a lid on that whole story. They were making themselves a joke and not real and so on. The world will learn. We will all learn more about that stories. It's not going to die that easy. Now Democrats will have some ammunition to go after two of them. But the girl who was going to testify against Trump a few months ago, she pulled it out.
Okay, so for the next question, I'll get you to hit your heart rate and I'll ask the question. And I kind of want to see what happens while you're doing the vision first, okay?
Okay.
Oh, shoot. This isn't even on right now.
Mm-hmm. It's 108.
It's 108?
Okay. Preparing for something, so...
So it just loaded 108. Okay. What is... Actually, do you want to hit it one more time?
I have to go to the right. Okay.
Okay. I want to capture it when you're doing the vision. What is in store for Trump's pick for Labor Secretary Alex Acosta in the near future?
What is it?
Yeah, what's in his near future? Can you tell me? Alex Acosta.
It's like shooting cannons in the ducks. How to explain that one? They will be shooting into the sky. So whatever they will shoot, I don't know if they will be able to shoot the right duck with the cannon, because it looks like that they will be using cannons to shoot the ducks. It's something. I'm disturbed because I'm looking at this too, so sorry.
It's like dropping like crazy now.
It's something that it goes, when you are using cannon to shoot a duck on the sky, there are chances that you can miss it. Because by the time that the cannon will go to the duck, it will be avoiding to be shot.
Can you do the card reading for Acosta's near future?
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm supposed to pick the cards, aren't I?
Oh, okay, yes. Yes. I'm surprised that I'm still existing today.
Yeah, you must be exhausted.
Even my hair was tired. I thought,
Well, I mean, the way your heart rate goes up, like you don't feel it, hey?
I don't. I never feel it. It's just...
So what's in store for Alex Acosta in the near future?
Well, they will be digging in his nest. So it's not only... They will be digging to all his past. Because it looks like they will be taking apart his nest. His family will be in jeopardy, and cut the cards.
His family will be in jeopardy.
Everyone will have to be involved in his testimony. They will be looking for other stories that he was able to kill because...
I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to be picking the
Oh,
cards.
sorry.
Like,
I
just
pulled
leave
two
that
of
one.
them.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Forgive me today. It's
Okay, so how many?
pulled 3 more cards.
Okay, well,
Can't.
1, 2, 3.
Good that you are thinking today.
Well, what about the future?
Uh-huh.
You're totally out of it.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that enough?
Yep.
Gone.
Oh my.
You're so gone.
Okay, so that's
When
good.
you're putting them down, make sure that they're in view.
View,
on the camera.
okay. So are they? Those will be in view?
Just put them underneath.
Okay. So first I will read those ones. Those I pulled, but it will be a lot of confusion, a lot of indecisiveness. They have to backstab. They have to hurt a lot. A lot of people will be hurt again. Those girls will have to come to the surface. It's not easy for them. A lot of secrets will be learned. About Acosta, he will pretend that he was such a good, he was loving his job, he was doing this for love, but his way will be changed. He is not going to go straight the way that he was going. It will affect his future. Don't know why the King of Love is here, but... And the future... That was on his mind. Okay, that was on his mind that he will be, and this is, he will be making a lot of decisions, stressed out completely. I But he had some dirty hands too, because the king of love here and lover, they are connected. He might have his own dirty laundry.
Cheating on his wife?
Or even having some problems with girls cheating, yeah. He will rejuvenate. He will rejuvenate himself. He will try to say, I was not aware, I was not doing what they... But the surprise will show us what was everything going on there. So it is something that the surprise will come out. And the moon, was here the moon? Yes, the secret will come out as well. He is worried that the secret will come out. That was on his mind. So on his mind was that he is confused, he is worried, the secret will come out. He wants to show that he is such a good guy, and he knows he will have to go different direction.
I want to know, hold your hands because this is...
Yeah, it's...
Will Trump be incriminated in the Epstein case?
Too much zigzagging, so he will try it not to be. That girl could incriminate him because it was the connection between Trump and Epstein involved that girl on some party at Trump place, and Trump apparently raped her, but she pulled all those accusations.
But you're saying there's too many zigzags.
Yeah, but they are going zigzagging way, so as long as he is president, he will be protected. And we see what's going on even with his taxes, how protected he is.
Yeah, that's going to make for a good video. Okay, so let's talk about your blood pressure. That's how this all started. So many years ago, the doctor asked you to have this machine on throughout the day because your blood pressure is abnormal?
It's very abnormal. It can go up and down, so I can't take any medication for lower blood pressure or higher blood pressure. But we were talking only about blood pressure that time. So I had a monitor, and I checked when I was doing reading that my blood pressure went really down.
Yeah, very, severely down.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it was nearly a coma, like 60/40. I have to find that picture if I can.
So a few weeks ago, I thought, it'd be interesting to check it out, and I bought you that watch.
Mm-hmm.
And because I figured,
He didn't tell me that he's going to buy me that watch for that reason.
Normally, blood pressure kind of correlates with heart rate, right? Mm-hmm. The faster your heart beats, the more blood pressure you have, the slower, the less. But it didn't really go like that. And, I filmed it, and at the time that I was editing it, I was kind of upset because I wasn't able to prove that your heart rate went down. Mm-hmm. It seemed to go up during certain questions.
But because that is not all the time, not every second taking that.
Yeah, but the problem is that your blood vessels, they relax while your heart rate is increasing.
And that's opposite.
So you don't even feel that your heart rate is increasing.
No.
But for a regular person, your heart rate goes to that of someone running up a hill. You know what I mean? And I want to know if there's other people with psychic abilities that have the same phenomenon. Because normally people who have a heart rate increase have more adrenaline coursing through their system. But adrenaline has a feature which it constricts your blood vessels. So you don't have adrenaline speeding up your heart. That's something else. And the heart, you can't speed up your heart mentally. You can do exercises to calm it down, but you can't just speed it up with a thought. So
but
somehow
it shows that I can do that.
Some sort of weird ability to do that.
And I can slow down because at the same time on that picture you show me that it's going really low and then it's going up seconds apart.
But the way the brain works with neurons, there's asympathetic and sympathetic. Sympathetic are like muscles. You have control over those neurons. Asympathetic, that regulate your heart, you should not have any control mentally.
He was studying kinesiology, so he's...
So we would like the viewers who do have gifts to, you know, if
Observe
they
you.
well, if they can get their hands on one of these watches, they're not very much money these days, but if they can try to put themselves in the situation where they're doing a reading or they're, you know, trying to do a vision and see how their
And then you
heart rate
connect. You
moves.
have to put the program on your telephone. I wouldn't be able to do it, but Leszek was so nice to me.
So today, while you were doing the readings, it shows your heart rate went all the way
I did
to
the marathon kind of.
125. It still hasn't updated, but what was it?
It's updating.
About 2 hours ago, it was at 78 beats per minute. Your average heart rate is about 73. But it goes all the way up during the times that you were doing the readings today. One was absolutely like 125. That's serious, right? Like,
It's.
you don't feel it. So yeah, that's that for this reading. Hopefully, if someone does this, they can email us at psychicvioletta@hotmail.com.
Oh, you want to have the email?
Well, I would like to, because, you know, if this is a new phenomenon, it makes me think of that program the government used when they're, you know, there's a movie made about it, Men Who Stare at Goats, about the real thing where the government was using psychic spies. But in order to find these, they had to have control measures to be like, okay, well, we can
measure your by
something about you. Like,
I bet they do that. They must have some.
I wonder if it is like, if it has something to do with some sort of hormone that increases the heart rate, because it's not adrenaline, you know?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but they told me that I have to watch. They put me on a tilt table.
Yeah.
And
that was for blood pressure.
For the blood pressure, but it is related one to another.
It's called tachycardia, right?
Yeah.
Where you have high heart rate, low blood pressure. People do get this, but you've never been diagnosed. You don't take any heart medication because during the test, you're not being psychic. So they can't be like, oh, well, you know.
There is something. And the last test, when I was doing the stress test, I was observing just a little picture, the pictures that were following one after another. And I was observing that when the little animal was coming, my blood pressure was my heartbeat was going up and down, because I was sitting in the room and waiting for half an hour for that test to start. But they put the monitor on me to check my heartbeat, and I was excited probably for that test. And they said that my heart is okay, but my blood pressure, my heartbeat is higher, but they didn't find that.
But it went higher when you saw a PET? It didn't go lower?
It was only few degrees, but I knew when the PET is coming, somehow subconsciously that will be the next picture of the little animal. You know, you have that monitor and you're sitting and so many pictures are flashing.
So you can anticipate when there's one coming up soon.
And eventually when there was cold pictures, my heartbeat was lower.
Yeah.
And then when the little animal was coming, and I thought, oh, what a nice creature.
Yeah.
My heart was beating higher. Few points, like 5 points more.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because it really doesn't bring anything to the conversation.
It does, because it shows that emotionally I'm able to connect even with pictures.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, and enjoy yourself. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please write us a comments, and thank you. Bye-bye. I would like to invite you to the private reading with me. Please visit www.psychicvioletta.com. Click Book Online, choose the type of reading, choose the length, choose the date and the time, fill out your informations, click the Pay Now button with your credit card or debit card, and you're all done.